Good day, lovely people. Your mama kwaba eba Supreme Law Publications everyday lawyer de bremo. Your church Ghana bremo see the city. Ewo would there be anamontu your work, your business, your relationships. What does the law say? Said that you know how to act. When you subscribe to your channel, but when this always subscribe to Supreme Law Publications, just click on the subscribe no. Also like it, na comment it. What you say? Oh, I drink chiribia. Oh, na mfobi subi wo baby. Wait me share ma obi bia. Na obi aso asa kemi na yina ede yesuan de eniema ye ken enchechere. It's for educational purposes. It does not take away your right to be to consult a lawyer of your choice for further direction and advice. Dem say mchen say se bi chire wa adwen apart from the making ya wo ho kwan so busa lawyer ni mo koso chichi mu no wo hu anamo a obetu yenhwe de na ebisua ye go. All right, lovely people, welcome again to today's edition of defamation on the defenses. You remember in the last video, last time in the show, I mentioned to you defamation. Okay, ubiaka bibi. Okay, making statements to the effect that it causes people to ridicule another person, causes them to hate them, or it inspires. No, I'm sure the first video here, and getting to the tail end, the mechanic bibi to say sometimes maybe the person will feel that as my mechanic, and you say me make a good animals you. I mean, a fact na mechanic. You know, all that will now be discussed in this video. Here comes the defense against defamation. If someone makes a statement against another fellow and the person who is affected by that statement feels that he has been defamed, what defense will now lie? Defense being a work for the person who have made that particular statement or conduct. What can be direct, indirect, kasakwa? Another person feels offended. What are the defenses that this person can rely on? No, beat me, I can't assign. He can absolve himself from blame. That is what we refer to as defenses. Now, defenses in the doors, the ones that are most common now beat me, it can happen. The first kind of defense in defamation, any a friend of absolute truth and I say justification. What you say, me say team say absolute truth or justification. And then they say, if you make a statement about another person, or yes, some conduct be, it will be, okay, or someone makes a conduct about you, and the person is trying to, and now you are seeking to mount a defense. The first defense about me to charge you in court is justification. Justification, nature say you should be able to prove. So as now all can't find is a fact. What I say, as now can a fact and no cry now can. Unyi be free mu, you are not exaggerated. It is truth in substance and absolute truth. As I mean, can't find papa be or say none a year teacher ni, and a year transfer call a juma be musa ha into. Or what you money move on, and our papa say, the regional director, have your affair. And our papa letter, he wrote a letter, okay, saying that, suspecting that the wife was having an affair with her boss. He wrote a letter and reported the wife, no boss, no to the bigger boss. That is the regional directorate. I hope you get a sequence. That's what he did. Telling the regional board of directors, say, this small manager is having an affair with his wife. So the manager who was affected was worried. No, they were court for defamation. So what it's when the matter went to court, the man sought to rely on justification. When he was not able to supply any evidence to the court. Say what he had said about the manager was true. What suspected. But another defense, but the point is that the justification didn't work. So guys, anytime someone wants to mount a defense against defamation, say, oh, no, I can be one sem. That's independent. You are. Open so defend the action now, and also you're prepared. So, making sure say, as some now can, you are sure, and you can provide evidence. Say, who the evidence there? You understand that? So you have to be careful about that. So that is what we refer to as justification. Absolute truth. Be who can be a true. Also, your shawoni, your friend so to prove your shawoni. Or you're concerning your friend so to be mad dance a chess or you're concerning. Maybe your concerns are real bones and now chain on. So to me. What I say, if you're not able to do that, that's one to be unjustified there. I mean, that's it. Okay. The second one is what we call qualified privilege. I know you're much more common one now. When we say qualified privilege, what do we mean? Sometimes a person may be under a legal, moral, or social duty to disclose that particular information to somebody. You understand that? If out of that legal, moral, or social duty, the person makes that disclosure, we are saying that we're disclosing at the end in what we call qualified privilege. What do you mean by legal? Let's take legal duty to say police in the superior, okay, and obeying the boss. Say obi wo adwuma, na say another worker is doing something that is wrong, and the co-worker sees it. Now o catch the boss. You see, there is a legal duty that because he is the boss, if there is anything untoward going on in the business or in the office, you are mandated to report to your boss. That's all catch them because it is in line with your work. So if out of that, obi have your affair officer and our co-worker who you know catch the manager, who say we defame to the court. In fact, you understand that you are not going to be successful. Why? Because the person can now rely on what? Qualified privilege. He has a duty in law, backed by law, that once there is something going on contrary to the working conditions of the office, and he sees it or he chances upon that information, if he discloses it to his boss, he's protected by qualified privilege. You understand that? I know the person is by qualified privilege, legal duty. I also talk about the friend of moral duty. Okay, moral duty and I say social duty. What is moral duty? It goes on the society that it's wrong. It is wrong. Let's say probably I have a wife. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bema oh yeah. And neighbor be your money not na I mean until na ono so into ono ni so oh yeah. They be asa one oh yeah no man e ko school ni ade. And one day oh yeah ni ho. Ono hu say one girl bi abeche if you. What I say? Ono hu say one girl bi abeche if you. And ono hu say see no. Girl ni taba ho. You know girl ni taba ho. Then he saw that. Then he told your wife. When the neighbor saw that, he reported the matter to your wife. Say, hey, Amma, Ukun, this is what he has been doing. Then later the husband got fed up. Can you bring an action in defamation against him? But his defense will be qualified privilege. Why? Because he has a moral duty. Moral duty just say in our peculiar circumstance of community, say Ghana for. If someone sees that another person's husband or wife is being cheated upon her, you know, there is that societal and moral duty say, Obi and Hwa can so catch them. So if he says that, you cannot say that he has defamed you. Only defamation, only difference on the counter will be what? Qualified privilege. Why? Because he has a moral duty. And there can't something about social duty. Like things like a society where you would say, Abusia Penny, you know, those kind of things. Maybe someone will be having problems with his wife. Now in same be cost one, Abusia Mun and same be or that kind of thing. Many people mention that and it's not really nice. Then the person, one of the parties go around, then he goes and reports the matter to the Busiapenya man and say, Kojo, menenity say no. You cannot say that he has defamed you. Defame you is saying, because the social duty is that he is probably socially accountable to that particular person. Busiapenya so bona mane, a decree so bona mane. So okachena, it is not defamation. You get that. So these things are some of the grounds that a person can bring against you in an action of defamation. I hope you understand that. We've mentioned it. Defamation will be statements that is possible to kind of reduce the person in the eyes of right-thinking members. A bit amount from respect so. But if someone wants to fight defamation, these are the two grounds. And also, but the most common and I can in this video. One is justification. Whatever you are saying should be absolutely the truth, nothing else but the truth. Then second, qualified privilege. Because the person has a legal, moral, or social duty, he discloses that to the third person. That will be a very potent defense for defamation. That's it.